The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Friday night.
Chief Chirpa, bro.
Another House of Stein Hot 10. And
Joe got me this time. Joe and Stein.
We're arguing over Ewok names in the backstage. That's why it took us so much time.
I didn't even know Ewoks had.
I thought that was Chief Chirpa, not Ramba. They got the Ewok wrong, bro. That's Chirpa. His mama called him Chirpa. I'm gonna call him Chirpa.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We are going to rock through the show tonight. Shout out to our boy Richie, who isn't here tonight. Make sure you guys go sub up to Spec Media. Let's get them to 2,000 now. There was a giveaway, right? You guys gave away.
Yeah. The Essentia sealed Essentia, and it's going to someone that where help them out. So like they messaged me. Like, sorry I didn't follow back right away. But yeah, I got the message, and yeah, I already chatted with them. I'm not gonna say their name in case but I'm just glad it's going to a good home. They're not gonna open it. They're taking my advice and keeping it sealed and selling it on eBay.
Nice, smart.
I mean, it's like a $200 sale. I mean, so it's either you're gonna get a $350 book or a $50 book. So
yeah, why not settle right in the middle?
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
I don't even think that Frank Miller is a $50 book, bro.
They're selling for $50 for whatever.
Dude, that's a crime in itself, dude.
All right, so we'll test the waters. So I've got the ones that I got them coming back from CGC. If one of them happens to get a 9.9, I'm gonna throw it on auction. It'll probably be the first. It will probably be the first ones graded because they weren't even in the system, but now they're in the system in CGC. So these are probably going to be the first ones graded. But if one of those Millers gets a 9.9, we'll throw it on eBay at auction, starting at $1, and we'll just see what it goes for.
Nice.
You imagine the graders? They're probably like, what's the grade? I don't know, man. This is the worst fucking book I've ever seen in my life, dude. I don't know where to start.
Like, we need to give this a 1, just cover art.
Fucking 9.8. Get this fucking book out of my.
Well, thank you, Stein, for filling out the paperwork for all of us that are lazy and send in books late. So,
yeah,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, they call me Bruce. Says he got his Frank Miller for $11.50 on eBay.
Oh, as an auction, dang. So,
yeah,
you can expect $20.
Yeah, I would definitely not auction the Miller.
Yeah.
Hey, but I told Yee this week, I don't know if you guys have looked, there are 0 Campbells available on eBay. None.
They sold.
All gone.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought about throwing mine on just like $500 to see if someone would buy it.
Well, did you guys see there's a new Frank Miller documentary coming out? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that's going to be in like Cinemark theaters or whatever, where he's it's Frank Miller, the American Genius. Is that what it's titled?
No way.
I'm
like that.
Not even joking. I literally think that's the subtitle.
No way. You're just
something like that.
You're just trolling now.
I'm not. I'm being
American Genius.
Yeah, that's what it's titled. Like, ask the chat. Yeah, it is. It says Frank Miller, American Genius, official trailer. I'll put it in the private chat too.
Miss Horsecock Express donated a $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you.
Hey, that's almost enough to buy that Frank Miller book.
Well, we're talking about a former Blow book of the week, so we might as well start. Let's get into Whoa Blow books of the week. Whoa. That's badass. This is a perfect Woe book of the week. Holy cow. What is this?
Okay, this is out #1 from AWA Publisher. This is from
Wow.
like 3 years ago. Have you guys ever seen this before?
Never.
No.
I didn't even heard of the title.
That's creepy as hell, man. It's
It
got
was
the
badass.
barbed wire on the on the army helmet.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's called
Spiders.
Out. OUT.
Out. Yeah, OUT.
I think I do. I think I do have the first issue for this, but not
No.
this cover.
What?
Yeah,
How in the world do you have this book?
not this cover though.
Still,
I know, but I mean, yeah, but you even bought the book. I didn't even know anything about the book.
You said it's an AWA book, right? And it's about like, is it about during like a war? I don't remember which one. It's like a war
I
book or
have
something.
no idea.
Let
Yeah.
me double check.
So James Kreider says it was a decent miniseries. So I wouldn't be
there
surprised.
is a trade dress to this one. But I thought the version was better.
Yeah.
Okay, I do remember her. So shout out to Jen from Comic Book Women and Near Nirvana. She's the one that recommended this book as a good read, and I read the first issue. So that's
Nice.
yeah. I didn't know about this cover though. If I had seen this cover, I would have definitely ordered this.
Yeah. I don't know where you could get this, but yeah, this one's pretty good. This one, the cover artist, if you're wondering, is Christopher Bust. Whoever I've never even heard of that guy before.
No.
Shout out Chris Buss.
Well,
Good job, Chris.
great Woe book this week. Let's get into the Blow book.
Oh, that blows. That blows.
Yeah. Carl the cat that makes peanut butter sandwiches. That's
Bro, that's fucking badass, dude.
I knew you were gonna say. I knew you were gonna say that.
Bro, where did you find that book? That's hideous, man. Nice job, man. Dude, that's out of nowhere, bro. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, dude.
Dude, I got no idea what's up.
Dude,
with this thing.
that book would hit today, bro. How old is that book, man?
2009, so it's 15 years
Wow.
old. But yeah, this is Jim Food.
Yeah.
Jimba Food.
Dude, I so want to read that book, dude.
Oh man, this just makes me want to trip. Like that's the only way I can explain this.
Yeah, somebody
Meow,
said,
meow.
what are the arrows for? Well, that's what's weird because they go between his legs too, like the base of the arrows.
They're
I have
missiles.
no idea what the arrows are for.
They're missiles launching in the background.
It's probably
And
some bezel bombs or something, dude.
those cat fingers, man. I don't know about them.
The opposable thumb.
So this is definitely early stages of AI. Is that what we're looking
Yes. Yeah, this is definitely AI.
at?
Not bad. Not bad.
The brand new Matina variant.
Yeah. So very cool. All right, let's move on then. Of course.
Hey, is there a number 2 to that? I mean,
I imagine.
I don't know.
it's
To be honest, I
probably
don't know.
bro, see if you can find if there's alternate covers.
It's listed as a no number, so my guess is this
Oh,
is a single
man.
one
issue.
shot.
shot.
One shot. Yeah. One shot.
The writer, I'm just laying it on the line, man. This is,
This is gonna make or break me.
yeah, this is all or nothing. The cat that makes peanut butter sandwiches.
On the line, all or nothing, make or
All
break.
nothing, baby.
Or
By the dip.
oral.
JLS is asking, has this been option gate? This is why we're reporting on it to make sure you know about it.
You guys are all going to be looking for this book now. I know you guys.
I'm not one to hype up any spec or anything, but I think that book's going to be worth a lot of money.
Might be. Well, one book that's definitely somebody got very lucky and got a book that should be worth a lot of money for little money. Our first buy the dip book this week, Sandman #1.
Man, I am shocked to see a $5 sale. I was like, CGC,
What?
like, yeah, I saw one on eBay ended for $5. I was like, this can't be like how did it end for $5? And I was like, it's got to be the facsimile, right? The label said 81 or whatever. I was like, kind of like, there's no way. So it did show up on 130.com. I don't know if that means the sale actually went through. I can't imagine the seller actually accepts that, or they just ended it in a weird way or something. But I mean, this
Hold on. For this was a graded copy?
yeah, this
Was it like a CGC 1
CGC 98.
for $5?
Yeah, it was
No.
yeah,
It was a
like
buy it
$20
now.
shipping.
It was a buy it now. Somebody put it up there and probably just fat fingered it, and somebody bought it like that.
Nah, man, it's a chick left her dude, took his books, and now she's having a fire sale, right?
Yeah,
I saw you talking to that bitch. $5 Sandman.
yeah. I mean, so the last sale that I saw before that was like $470. This has a 90-day fair market value of $517 right now. We did see a low in May for $314 though. So I mean, this book is on the decline.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, for a low. I mean, recent's 470, 549, 314.
This should be a $500 to $800 book and a 9.8. That's the sweet spot in my opinion for this book.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 1,165 blue label 9.8s on the census. So I mean, I don't know if that plays a factor into it.
Dude, somebody's like, I'm gonna sell your book for $5, bro. Come on,
I mean,
give it back to me, man. Nah, dude. Mm-mm.
Well, maybe it's like they entered it in too fast and it should have been 5 something, whatever.
Was this the first Vertigo title?
I don't remember.
Let me look that up.
Or was it that I can't remember. Like, I know it didn't start as Vertigo, but I know they switched it over to Vertigo, but I'm trying to
Death,
think if
the
it was
High
first
Cost
one.
of Living. It was a Sandman tie-in. Death, the High Cost of Living, that 3-issue miniseries or 8
Oh,
issue.
that was the first
8 issue.
That was the
yeah.
first Vertigo?
Sorry,
Oh.
3-issue. The second title was Enigma.
Oh.
So yeah.
Huh.
Death, the High Cost
Weird.
of Living.
Yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. So, well, I love this series, man. This is one of my obviously all-time favorite series. I have the whole run in multiples. I need to sell some of them actually. I need to go and run through them.
Did you read these? Because honestly, they were so hard. They were so hard to read.
I
that
love
I couldn't.
that. I thought that was so cool when I first read it. When I was a kid in high school, I remember thinking that was so cool that they were like kind of cryptic and you kind of had to pay attention and know little things about like old school religions and gods and history. I love that, man. That was perfect, right up my alley.
Yeah.
So you're saying that I was
the
dumb.
brains, Brian. If I saw a word I didn't understand, I just put the book back. Big word alert.
It wasn't as wordy as Watchmen. You know what I mean? It got wordy at times, but I don't think it was as wordy as Watchmen.
Yeah, but Watchmen was at least you could follow what was going on.
Yeah.
Other than when they did those little side things where it was like
the flashbacks and shit.
Whatever. Like and it was just like all prose. Like that was difficult. But
I was like,
this was hard. I got really bored with it. I mean, maybe I could go back and read it now, but back then I just was like, nah.
Bro, I really geeked out over this series. This series, Preacher, yeah, man, I really geeked out over this in a big way.
But I mean, we're still gonna see like a season 2 of Sandman on Netflix, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
Didn't they cancel that shit?
No, fuck no. It's coming.
No, it had too good of reception. They they're definitely taking their time to produce it. I mean, as you can tell from the first season.
By the time
So-
I was reading this in high school, it was already in trades, so it was much easier if maybe to read that way. I don't know. So, all right,
Maybe.
let's next buy the Dip book. Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 4, the 1 in 25 Dan Panosian. Such a great cover.
Yeah, so this had a recent sale of $149 in a CGC 98. There have only been 3 sales this year for this book, and the low was 105. But the all-time high for this book was a $405 sale in 2022. So,
And what did it sell for this week?
$149. I felt like they sold for that raw when they first released.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Great Dan Panosian cover again.
This
One of
is
the
this
best.
is the first appearance of something, right?
Yeah,
Sakura
Sakura.
Spider.
Yep.
Or do you count the
Sakura
manga
Spider.
from Japan? I don't know.
You remember the Deadpool and Spider-Man, the first appearance of Itsy Bitsy?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to Itsy Bitsy?
Great
Gonna
question.
end up in the
The
Spider
Itsy
Verse,
Bitsy
right?
Spider? Remember that? Man, you guys don't read books.
What's a book?
Yeah.
I'm on a podcast. I don't have time to read.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I just
The-
talk.
The buy the Dip, you guys. Make sure you guys go check out Spec Media every Tuesday night, where Yee and Richie do a more extensive buy the Dip. Make sure you
Longer list now too.
Dad.
yeah,
We're gonna start doing a shorter list on here. We're like crack
Yeah.
dealers.
yeah,
We used to give you out all the free cornbread here, but now you have to go to Spec Media and see the rest.
yeah. You get nothing, and you will
Or unless
like
you're,
it.
unless you're a winner, then you get like sealed Essentia books, right?
Mhm.
Oh man, Chad Cave's talking about my pee again, dude. Damn it.
Oh my
Stop it.
Lord. Oh my Lord. Shout out to Mrs. Horsecock Express. All
Hey,
right.
what's up, Mrs. Horsecock?
Speaking of pee-pee, let's move on to the almost 10.
Okay, but hey, before we start the almost 10, Brian, what did you think of the almost 10 this week?
It was awesome.
It was like all over the place, though, right?
It was awesome, though. It's always awesome. There was a couple of things on here, starting off with this first one, that it makes this is the reason why you love the almost 10. You don't just get comics here, you get CDs and albums as well. Hot Rod Lincoln, the very first almost 10 item this week. 2 items. 2 albums from this band Hot Rod Lincoln called Blue Cafe and Astronaut Girl.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, because this was on Long Story Short, and one of the viewers, their cousin is actually in this band.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Right? What a small world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is crazy. Okay, well, how in the world did I catch this after stinking Ben brings this up all the
That's how it
time? Like, this
works.
is so random. I'm not
It's
looking
vice-
for CDs.
I know, it's vice
Collusion.
versa, man. It's you guys have a collective unconscious between all you freaking spec monsters.
It's collusion. It's what I tell everyone on Long Story Short. We
Yeah.
got to make sure that like we talk about it here here wherever, and then like I always say like buy it on eBay. Make sure it shows up on the almost 10.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what?
I mean, we're kindred spirits, man. Like I picked up a book, the same book Ben picked up the same day.
Oh yeah,
We need to be
Yeah,
like
remember
the
that?
other.
It's fucking crazy.
You know what, Yee? None of that. I agree with Yee in that collusion shit, because you've been accused of content theft before over there at Long Story Short. So I think it's collusion. But who accused you of content theft? Another content thief, I think. So maybe not. Maybe.
Oh
not.
yeah.
Yeah.
Over the same book. I remember that
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
It was over the same book, and both were user submissions. 2 different users too.
Oh,
So it's the
man.
audience that's colluding against us.
Yeah, this is one of the best best websites for a comic fan. This Dave Stevens website. It has everything there. I mean, you could sit here for days and just look at all this stuff. So here is the Hot Rod Lincoln stuff. There's both albums. There's a poster, 11 by 17 poster. How badass would that be to have professionally framed and signed?
I think Chad Cave just said that I think the poster is still available on that Hot Rod Lincoln's website. Is that what he
Is there
said?
Etsy or website? That's cool. It won't be
nice.
available after tonight.
Oh, James Kreider said it.
Did he? Oh, wow.
You can still buy the Blue Cafe poster from the Dave Stevens estate.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Well, go jump in. 127 watching right now. Hopefully they have 120.
Is that a comic cover at all, or is that original?
I've never seen this on a comic cover. The other one was a comic cover, obviously.
Yes, but that one, the other one, I had not seen.
Yeah, this one I've never seen.
Yeah, I don't think the Blue Cafe has been a comic cover before.
That would be so cool to have one of these signed, by Stevens right here. They got to be out there.
So I put these on here because I know a lot of you go to Half Price Books, and we always just completely ignore the CD section. But I have a feeling that you might be able to find these because this feels like a CD that's going to be stuck in a Half Price Books.
Yeah.
Probably in like the dollar section.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe even like an obscure indie record store.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might be able to find it online.
So just for reference, these were probably before Ben mentioned it. But these were there were like no sales of these, and now they sell for like $30 to $70 a piece. So it's definitely, and I would say that the more people know about this, probably because I can't imagine there's that many Hot Rod Lincoln albums out there, right?
JC's Comics stuff says that it's in Dave Stevens' poster book too. So
nice.
Be on the lookout for that.
And there's good music websites to buy off of too, as well. Hint, hint, hint.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on for the next almost 10. Superman issue number 75. This is the 30th anniversary special edition, 1 in 25, and it is a foil book, right?
Yes, and it's just like a close up of the
interior
trade
panel.
paperback, or
whatever it is, and so you can actually see the dots from the old print.
I like that
on the cover.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was super shocked by this because, I mean, they printed a lot of these, right?
Yeah. Or of the original, right?
Right, of the original, but even on the 70. I mean, this was a couple years ago, but
they printed a lot.
I feel
of
like
these
there was
yeah.
Well,
it felt like
yeah. I mean, just imagine how many variants there were, like store variants for this.
Yeah. Well, a CGC 9/8 of this sold this week for an all-time high of $280, which is crazy.
Yeah.
For 1 in 25.
Wow. That's badass. That's a cool cover how they left those dots in there too. 135 watching now. Hit that thumbs up, you guys. We only got 30 likes, and you guys know one of the easiest ways to support us if you enjoy what you're watching is to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and get more good cornbread like this.
Don't you get credit if they put a thumbs down?
Put a thumbs down too. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah,
if you don't like it. You don't like it. Yeah.
Hold on. What do we get credit for?
You don't get
store
credit. You get store credit.
Store credit. Cool.
Yeah.
YouTube store credit.
Sweet. Yeah.
I like
do you think that like any iteration of this book will always sell because like so many people are affected by it since the 90s, like of collecting, and all the people that get back into collecting?
Yes. I mean, think about it. I mean, think that Spider-Man 1. I mean, people still buy that like a lot.
Right. Like, I mean, like the story title is like whether you like it or hate it or whatever, like it's ingrained in all our heads because it was all in the news. Like it's like it was a big deal. Like death of Superman. Oh my god.
Huge deal.
Yeah.
You know, how many people were reading it and they go, "Motherfucker, he died. He fucking died.
Like if they didn't watch the news.
Are you fucking serious? He's fucking dead."
And then Man of Steel 501, right? Or whatever. He's back. What?
Holy shit.
Next on the almost 10, Elf Quest issue number 1, the $1.50 third printing variant. Speaking of Elf Quest, weren't we just talking about Richard and what was his wife's name? The Peony, Wendy Peony, Richard and Wendy Peony. We were I think we were talking about her. There's some type of documentary, I guess, about her that just came out on YouTube that's supposed to be really, really freaking good. And of course, they created the Elf Quest stuff and even more. I mean, the documentary is amazing. So make sure you guys go check it out. Like the shit that she did, she was the model for characters in Marvel and like did a bunch of crazy stuff, man. So check it out.
Like the model for like for the drawings.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, watch this. Yeah, hold on.
She later became, the owner of Panini and all the and will never fulfill your redemptions.
Yeah, dude. She was the Red Sonja model.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Here we go. Look at this.
So she's the original cosplayer, is what you're saying.
She is the original cosplayer, straight up. She used to go to all the cons.
Oh.
Yeah. This is her and her husband when they decided
Grandma!
to start Elf Quest.
My first grandma. Grandma.
Is this is this the documentary? Can't remember. But anyways, yeah. Elf Quest, third printing on the almost 10 this week. I would love to own one of these, man.
Grandmama.
Yeah. A CGC 98 of this sold. It's apparently the first sale ever for a CGC 98 in the third print. So
wow.
It sold for 300. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, you don't really know because it's the first sale ever for it, but considering a 9.6 sold just like a few years ago for like $22, I'd say that 300 is pretty solid. But
yeah, fucking A. That's cool as hell. That's a cool book.
Is it also because of all the attention for like gaming manuals like starting to get graded now?
Yeah, what's up with that?
It's smart. I mean, they probably should have been grading them already. People, are collecting those things. I know Chad Cave and James Kreider got real big into collecting Dungeons and Dragons magazines and fanzines and gaming
Blue-green
books. Blue-green. Yeah, that's super smart. So
how hard would it be to have gaming magazines? I mean, like cheat codes and stuff. I mean, we read the crap out of those.
Yeah, that's why the map in Nintendo Power is usually not there because we all needed that for Legend of Zelda Second Quest. Nobody ever knew where anything was for the second quest, so they put it in the Nintendo Power, first Nintendo Power. So, yeah, I remember getting the magazine to get all the Mortal Kombat fatalities when they're in the arcade. Everybody had that, or they'd write it down. So,
hey, I still have my my Sega Genesis Mortal Kombat 2 with the magazine pages with the codes that I stuck in the case. I still have that.
You guys still remember the cheat code for Contra?
Up, down, down, left, right, select AB, select start. Yeah, BA select start. BA start. Yeah.
Holy crap. You remember that?
Everybody
There's
remembers
a-
the Konami code, dude.
Bro.
Bro.
There's also a teenage Atari song where it's called Up Down.
There's a Deftones
No
song
shit.
about that. Yeah.
It's
What?
there's a song title where it's the Konami code.
Yeah,
The full
Deftones
song
is
title.
one.
Man, I can't even remember yesterday, let alone a cheat code from 30 years ago.
Hey, man.
Hey, I bet you can remember your first phone number as a kid.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I know the area code only because I'm still in the same area code.
Wow.
But I don't know
dude.
my phone number.
Well, I remember it still to this day because it was the last landline I had.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Moving on. Next, we've got a gorgeous Jim Lee sketch cover. This is Image United, issue number 1, the Jim Lee 1 in 100 sketch. Look at how badass that demon is. That's a great freaking sketch cover. And this has got probably 4 or 5 just killer covers for this book, right?
Yeah, there's some really good ones. Obviously, the McFarlane is a good one. I think Jim Lee's, like, I usually hate these sketch ones, but the Jim Lee pencil ones always just look good for some reason. Like his pencils look better than his color versions.
I agree.
I think a lot of times.
Yeah.
until
Almost 90%
until Scott
of the time.
Williams. Until Scott Williams started helping with his shading.
I still think it's that way, even with some Scott Williams. For those of you guys that don't know, here is the original cover. Just really good. I mean, even that's a good one with Scott Williams doing the inking, and it looks just gorgeous. I do agree with Yee that a lot of stuff looks better with Scott's inks over the top of them, but this looks freaking amazing.
No.
That's just
And this is the 1 in 100. I wasn't really sure. It didn't say on my comic shop, so I wasn't sure how hard this was to get.
well, this that McFarlane. So the McFarlane C cover is awesome, right? But let me see here. There we go. Where's the C cover? There's the C cover right here. All right, that's the C cover McFarlane. The second print McFarlane is a monster, but this sketch 1 in 50 is up there with the Jim Lee, right? I mean, it's a 1 in 50. It's not a 1 in 100, but I put this up.
But
there.
it's Spawn and it's McFarlane.
Yeah, in a sketch with inks.
I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one looks good.
agree.
Well, I mean, but Image usually does do really good black and white covers. Like,
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
This one sold for an all-time high this week as well. CGC 98 sold for $675.
Wow, raw.
you said 675.
No, for a CGC 98.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But these books were like plasticky, so it's very easy to get 9/8 on these.
Well, our next almost 10 book, Batman the Animated Series, almost got him sealed with the tape. Not necessarily a comic book, a children's book, but the second Harley Quinn ever printed in any media other than the animated series cells. But this book was, when people found out what it was back in the beginning of the Harley craze, this thing was so tough to find, especially sealed with the tape. It's a cool collectible to have, and it's cool that Cover Price puts it on there. I think Cover Price has got their finger on the pulse when you can look this up and it pops right up on Cover Price. So
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, the tape doesn't obviously really add much to it.
it looks cool.
I mean,
though.
obviously, it looks cool,
Yeah.
but I mean, it would be now if they would have put like Harley's outline or something on the tape, that would be really cool. But obviously back then she was not near as popular as she ended up getting. But yeah, I agree with Brian. This got, when people figured out about this, it got really expensive, and then a bunch of them started surfacing, and the price kind of came down a lot. I mean, it was still selling for decent. Like sealed things were still selling for like $500-$600, which is still a lot. But this week, a copy of this sealed sold for $1,100, which was the highest I could find
Wow.
in like the last 3 years.
That's
Wow.
By
awesome.
far.
That is awesome. Very cool. Well, for those of you guys that want to know or are asking yourself, what's the very first thing she ever showed up on? It's this Comic Scene magazine number 31, where you get a preview of Batman the Animated Adventures, and it is the very first time she's been printed in anything. So very few of these available out there on the secondary market, and when they are, they're usually trash. So be on the lookout. It's tough book to find. So moving on to the next almost 10 item, a reprint, because if the original was up here, it would be ridiculously crazy. This is El Soprandante. El Soprandante? Is that how you say? El Soprandante, Hombre Araña, issue number 128, including the foil variant. These are the La Prensa reissues from La Mole. So,
First of all, what do you guys think about when these La Mole do these reprints?
I think it messes up. I've been saying since the beginning, I think it messes up the secondary market for collectibles, and it doesn't hurt this one. This one's so rare that it won't. The original is so well known and people want it, but it hurts the market for some of the other ones for sure. Definitely the I don't like how they did Lost. Didn't they do a Lost 23? I can't remember.
They did do a Lost 23. It was like, what was it, a year ago or 2 years ago? I think it was last SDCC.
Yeah,
they've done it twice though, right?
Yep.
Like they did
or was it New York City Comic Con?
They did it like 3 or 4 years ago, and then they did it last year, like Stein said. Yeah.
Like I think the last one was like what, like an exact replica, and then one of the years was just a virgin, or vice versa. I don't remember at this point. It's hard to keep up with, but I do miss back in the day how these used to be cheap, like placement holders. Now it's like they're like way too expensive, like books, cheap books coming from Mexico. So I kind of miss that factor of it. I think it's kind of weird how like some stores are like getting a ton, and then being like the exclusive dealer that has it in America.
Yeah.
Well, it's very strange.
For those of you guys that don't know what this book is, let's go ahead and explain it. They killed off Gwen Stacy, obviously, in the American comics. Well, in Mexico, they loved Gwen Stacy so much that they didn't want to kill her off. So they just wrote new stories for her and did new covers. And of course, they were non-canon. And these are called the non-canon Spider-Man issues. There's a few non-canon foreign issues that are really extensively looked for. But especially these ones, because these have the famous Big Booty Gwen inspired art. Yeah.
The wedding issue.
Yeah.
Or it's near this. It's near the wedding issue. This is the wedding issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. And you can go find more information about it. There's all kinds of stuff. This one recently sold right here, the reprint of the Satanica hair. But let me see if I can find the Big Booty Gwen issue. There we go. This is where the name Big Booty Gwen comes from, right there. So as you can see,
Good Lord.
loud. Yeah.
Wasn't there something funny with this book, like where they were originally distributing it for Lamole, and then they were told not to, and then it became a backdoor book where if you knew a foreign dealer,
Backdoor.
yeah. But I mean,
That's what she said.
but yeah, but
Sick.
it ended up being more than like the 1,000 print run it was supposed to be in each cover or something like that. Like there was all kinds of issues with this.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's shocking. That's very shocking that they would print
Mess
more
this
than what
up.
they say.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
Never
It-
heard of that.
Oh, even in Mexico, they do weird practices.
Hey,
These-
bro, don't worry about it. It's
Usually, the Lamole books take a big dip, a year or so after. But these still sell for like 300-400, right? What were these selling for?
Yeah, a set of the regular and the foil set, a CGC 9.8 set sold for 600.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, with trickle down economics, the copy that Josh sold versus this, like, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess.
That was the flip of the year that year. I don't know anybody that had a better flip that year than Josh.
No.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even remember the times amount. Like he bought it for like what, $200 or something like that, and flipped it for 5 figures.
Yeah. Yep.
nuts.
Yeah, I don't think he can. There's
How much
not
did he
much
sell
better.
it for?
I was like, what, 30K or something like that?
30K, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
30 stacks of high society.
Yeah. So, all right, next, almost 10 item. This is interesting. Urban Animals fanzine by artist Fred Tomaselli. Do you know anything about this, Stein?
Nope. I know literally nothing. I get less than, I wasn't even sure if that name was a real name.
Well,
I didn't know what was going on here.
he's a pretty big artist. He did a bunch of famous album covers for Fish and Wilco and a few other bands. But he's also known for being a psychedelic artist that, he uses weird things in them, including medicinal herbs and prescription pills and hallucinogenic plants. And he's a pretty dope artist. So I guess this is a fanzine that he did early in his career in 1981 or something like that, I would imagine. That's all I can find really on this, other than maybe this is his first professional work. I don't know. Is there any Fred Tomaselli fans out there watching? Let us know in the comments. But pretty interesting. What did it sell for?
Yeah. This sold for $250, but I guess you would have to know, to spend that kind of money on it, right? You'd have to know that it was either really rare or, because I would have, if this were sitting in a store, even for $50, I'd have been like, nah.
So this must have been when Jost44771 said this was when he was an art student. Is that what you think? Yeah. How much did it sell for again?
$250.
Yeah. Listen, if you're semi-famous and you have something like this out there that's old, you can put it up on eBay and somebody will end up buying it and pay a lot of money for it. If nostalgia, it's always about nostalgia. If they were a fan of your work in the 80s or 90s.
What if you're not famous? And what if you just have a stupid YouTube show?
And you used to do art in college and have a bunch of paintings still.
Yeah.
Will they sell on eBay?
Yeah. Will
I
that
think
stuff
so.
sell?
I think so.
Do you think it will? Because I actually was I was trying to get into grad school instead of like studying for the GRE just to get in by painting. Because I was an art history major anyways. And I have a bunch of my original paintings still.
Hey, why don't you do something for me on a sketch cover?
It would just be a landscape, but okay. Or super abstract.
Hey, that's all right. That's all
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
All
I'd
right,
be happy with it.
moving on, we have another crazy one. But this is actually kind of cool because this is from the Vigil Brothers. Sinbuck Angel Eyes, issue number 6. This is a Gunfighters in Hell spin-off series that they originally did issues 1 through 5 in like 2012, and it took them 6 years to get number 6 done, I think. So pretty
Okay, good, because I couldn't even find number 6. Like on all the lists I was trying to, it stopped at 5, and I was like, where the heck did number 6 come from?
Yeah.
It was self-published.
This is pretty crazy, dude. So tough to find information about, but yeah, Vigil Brothers, very cool cover on this one. It's like a weird satanic Western. So Gunfighters in Hell.
Yeah, I was like, that's like a. It looked like when I first saw the cover without actually knowing what the book was, I thought that was like Harley Quinn, like shooting Satan with and riding off on a unicorn. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, this is literally somebody's
badass.
really acid,
drug fueled.
Drug fuel, yeah.
That's badass, dude. That's a cool book. How much did this one sell for? Because I want to know, because I want to be on the lookout for it now.
I've never seen another sale for this ever. That's why I was trying to figure out how did you even find out where did you see that it actually was you could get this?
I had to do a deep dive on it. They had it on Grand Comics database, but they didn't have any information on it. And they just did a deep dive on it. The Angel Eyes stuff. I think there was a crowdfunding effort, I think, at one point for something they did. But yeah, I just did a deep dive.
Well, this only sold for $25. So
somebody got lucky, I bet.
It seems pretty rare to be for only $25.
But is it a Dennis craze? It's so rare, it's worthless.
Yeah, it could be. That's a great phrase. Nobody knows about it, so it's worthless.
I guarantee you, not one of us knew about this.
Nope. Signed by Joe Vigil. Which is cool.
I was going to ask, did you only think of the Harley Quinn thing because she was recently in that cowgirl outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just I think it was the pale skin and the
first
really
Harley
red
Quinn
lips
as a cowgirl.
Yeah. And then like all the what was it, the Sousa Micah that did put the cowgirl hat on her recently.
And now everybody's going to be cosplaying that.
Right.
I got to see 10 of those at San Diego. I'm telling you. We'll see. So, all right, moving on.
I'll take my pictures with them to see how many we can get.
Zombie Tramp issue number 1. This is from the Action Lab series, not volume 1. This is volume 2. But this is a tough to find West Virginia pop culture Comic Con variant. That is freaking awesome, man. It's got all the heads on in the background.
Yes. And I was trying to figure out who those people are on the wall.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, are they people like that were like organizers of the West Virginia pop?
Probably. We'll have to ask Dan Mendoza one of these times and see who those people are.
And then did you have any information to find out who the cover artist on this was? Because it's clearly not Dan Mendoza.
No, I did, but I forgot to put it up. So I apologize on that. You go find that.
Yeah, this one's just, how many people go to West Virginia? How many people live in West Virginia? other than Nico, that's the only person I've ever known that lives in West Virginia, right?
Yeah,
but he always traveled somewhere else to go to a
J. Travis Smith,
right? Who is it?
J. Travis Smith is the artist.
It's pretty good. It's really good.
Awesome.
Like, yeah, I think it's really well done. It doesn't look like a Zombie Tramp cover.
I'm gonna see if there's
But,
if it says
yeah.
anything about it on the internet about who's on the cover.
This one sold for 100 raw.
Wow, that's pretty good.
But I don't know.
Oh,
how many...
there was Big John that lives in West Virginia, but he was Nico's roommate. So.
Hey, I've driven. I mean, it's the state right next to me, but I've driven through there several times. But a college in West Virginia offered my daughter a scholarship to play soccer, but she said no because she didn't want to live in West Virginia. So
I was gonna say, doesn't Sleepy live in West Virginia? But I was like, oh wait, he's an Ohio boy too.
Yeah, he is. He's North Ohio.
Yeah.
All right. Next, Blue Mamba issue number 1, the Ollie Garza variant. Now this one took some effort, but I just could have just looked in the chat and realized that you put it at the beginning of the list.
Yeah,
You knew I would have a hard
is that
time
Ramos?
finding it.
And
This
Butler
is
Ramos?
This is Ollie Garza.
I don't think that is Ollie Garza.
You
It
don't think
doesn't
so?
look like Garza.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't look like Garza because Garza did a different cover on this, and like this doesn't look like Garza. Usually has like bigger heads and like smaller body features.
All right. So it was
But
an Indiegogo from 2018.
I couldn't even find this book. Yeah, I couldn't even find it.
Let's see here. Yeah, Indiegogo.
Never heard of this.
Oh,
So that's
scroll
the-
down on the right, and you can see the different choose your book. Yeah, because
Here's the Ollie Garza. It won't let me click it. That sucks.
Oh,
So
Okay.
this is an Ollie Garza. Isn't the main one an Ollie Garza too?
Yeah, that's the main cover.
Yeah.
I guess.
Blue Mamba. Yeah. I couldn't find this book anywhere, man.
I couldn't either. I checked Kickstarter. I couldn't find it. I have no idea where this book came from. I feel like they just printed it and they're like, yeah, just go sell it and we'll see what we can get for it. But
It's out
Nobody
there.
got
no
their
idea
book- Nobody got their books for that Kickstarter.
Wait,
yeah,
say
it
that
didn't
again?
even fill.
Yeah, it did.
The
Yeah, it
Kickstarter
did.
didn't.
Yeah, 16,000 of a $6,000 goal.
That's Indiegogo. No, the Kickstarter.
Oh, this is on Indiegogo. It didn't.
Yeah, the
fill on
Kickstarter
Kickstarter?
didn't. No, it didn't even fill on Kickstarter.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It says here a story about a former Marine turned deadly assassin who is tasked with taking out a radical community leaders by a smooth-talking politician who may be getting orders from higher up. Sexy seduction, brutal precision, and warm-hearted love come together in one amazing woman. Follow as she learns why her latest missions mean more than anyone is letting on, and see how she deals with being manipulated into betraying her own ideals. There you go. It's a story about a former Marine.
Oh, so Ali Garza had two different versions. There was a standard version and a PG-13.
Oh, good lord.
So
Well,
I wonder if that could be the difference. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know. So this
A
is
red band. A red band.
Hey, all I know is this book sold for $70, and I've literally never heard of it. I'll never see it again. It's just I
Wow.
thought it was very strange.
Oh, they canceled it on Kickstarter and then they pushed it to Indiegogo.
I was about to say Kickstarter probably canceled it. They probably
so that
said,
can't-
you know what? I think was this a Comicsgate book? Was this an early Comicsgate book or a Comicsgate aligned book? I wonder. Who knows?
Nope.
All right,
That's
they
a
could
cool
have been
cover, though.
kicked off because of that, because they did kick off a lot of people from Kickstarter. Anyways, moving on with a gorgeous Stephanie Hahn Storm variant. This is Storm issue number 3, the 1 in 25, and this is
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. Oh, beautiful.
I'm fairly certain we've talked about this book before. Because it was, I feel like the last time we talked about it, this was selling for like 100, which is really good. But it sold for 250 raw this week.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I know
Like-
there's not that many 9.8s. I pressed one for Rob and got him a 9.8 on this. I think there's maybe 10.
I mean, how many stores were ordering 25 copies of Storm #3?
No, you know what's funny? I've got 2 copies of this, and I found them both in dollar bins, bro. Seriously.
Walmart pack.
Is this one of Stephanie Hans's best covers ever?
It's up there.
Yeah, I like it. I would say
Wow.
that. I don't know if it's her best, but it's top 10 probably.
Probably top 10.
Yeah. That's interesting. So, do you think this is in Walmart packs?
No way.
I was just guessing. I don't know.
From 24, I mean, it's from 2014, so it's not like it's new.
Yeah. I agree. All right.
that's
How
hard
much
to
did
believe.
how much did this sell for?
250 raw.
Ooh. It is rare.
What's the census count on it, Aaron?
Oh. Give me a second.
I just want to know. I just want to know if I need to send mine out.
What issue is it?
It's
Storm
number
number
3.
3.
Okay.
It's pretty good. So let us know as we go into the next one. Moving on. That is the final book. And this is the Almost 10. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you sub up, hit that like button, come hang out with us on Beyond Wednesdays for multiple shows every week. And you get cool information like this every week here on the House of Stein every Friday night. All right, Yee, what was the census on that book?
What year is it from?
2014.
Dang it.
You
Is
picked
there
the wrong year?
Oh, I found it. Okay. There's 198. Oh, no. That's A cover. The variant, there's 8. 8 graded, 6 9/8s.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty rare.
Told you.
So you should probably grade it.
Yeah.
There's only 8 total grade, no signed copies. So 6 9/8, 196, and 192.
Wow. Yep.
Oh, you could probably get a 99 or 10.
If you send it to me, I'll sign it for you. And then
There you go.
And then you can grade it.
There you go. Yeah.
It's Storm, not Stein.
Well, you guys,
Close.
we have a very special number 1 spot this week on the House of Stein Hot 10. Let's get to it. Starting off with our Golden Age honorable mention, we have the Startling Comics, issue number 48. One issue before the famous robot cover. This is a great Aliens cover. So
This is
Interesting
this is also Schaumburg. But I mean, I saw this and I was like, I feel really bad for these 2 little aliens. Like,
Dude, they look happy as shit, dude.
man, they got their little antennas are trying to shape a heart, and they're like going after the pretty girl, and dude's over there going to laser their head. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of rude. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, they pulled out a 3rd leg, so
Did
I mean,
Schaumburg use
God.
a pen name? Did he use that Zella pen name? Because I know a
I
lot of
don't know
those
what
guys
that-
use pen names.
yeah, I didn't know what that Zella was all about, but I mean, back then they just didn't get none of those guys got credit for anything, so I could see why they would.
Yeah. Look at the Earth in the background. That's a pretty cool looking planet, Earth. So very cool.
Yeah, I just felt really bad for the little aliens. So
Yeah. Derek says, yes, Zella was his signature on airbrush covers. There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Not Schaumburg's best airbrush cover, he says. But Still a cool cover.
Yep. A CGC 8.5, which I don't know how you get an 8.5 on this, but yeah, Time Machine.
Probably going to Heritage.
Yeah, sold for $2,300.
Wow. I
That
feel like
seems
that was
kinda
even
low.
low. Yeah.
And an 8.5, bro.
Oh my gosh, Derek, I'm so stupid. How did I not realize that was Alex backwards? or Decoy. That's yeah, so dumb.
Don't feel bad. Moving on to our regular honorable mention this week. My favorite cover from this week's new batch of issues, Vampirella Dark Reflections #1. This is the Frizzen Virgin Foil 1 in 20. Beautiful, beautiful cover.
Yeah, so you got a couple options on this one to get it. I mean, it's just I really wish Dynamite would stop doing that. I mean, I think people would actually buy a lot more of these covers if they would stop making like 6 versions of the same book.
I hope
Just
that
do like
there's-
every other comic dealer, do one version, then the next con, the next con.
I hope that they do some type of like high quality print out of this. I would love to own a high quality print of this and frame it. I think I've talked about this twice. When we first showed up for FOC or before FOC, I can't remember. And then this week I keyed in on it because it's just gorgeous. I love the poppies. Obviously, I love her in the skull, and it's Frizzen. Yeah, this is a perfect storm. This is a 10 of 10.
Hey, do you think Frizzen's husband goes, "Hey, draw me another one"? No, I'm not going to draw you one naked. No, come on.
Hey,
It'll just be our secret, just my secret variant.
do you have like $4,000 just laying around? Because you can always just buy the original art off of her website.
Wow.
I feel like
Is that what she
4,000
charges?
I feel like that's
I'm looking at it
low.
right now. I'm looking at it right now. $3,800 is what she's asking for.
How big is
this
it?
one?
How big is it?
This is
Hey.
Vampirella Dark Reflections #1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11 by 17.
Oh wow.
But on the downside, it doesn't have all the poppy flowers.
Oh yeah. I don't.
But it does have the skull.
Oh, they have
if
a
it doesn't
metal
have the
cover of
poppies, I don't
this?
want it. I would
See,
ask her
but-
to give me the poppies or something.
But she's a digital artist mainly, right? So I feel like this is more of her like prelim sketch or her final like prelim sketch
Pass.
of Vampirella.
Yeah.
And then
pass.
she adds the poppies digitally on another layer, right? To give it
Pass.
that popping effect. I don't know.
She's got a couple of poppies.
Yeah. So how much is this? How much is this selling for?
So this is a 1 in 20. It's selling for like 25. It's not
bad.
like, yeah, but again, you have multiple options on this. So if you don't like this foil one, there's like a 1 in 10, and isn't there just a regular?
No, I don't think that. Is there a regular version of this?
I don't know. They literally went to like Z
Yeah.
on the variants for this issue. So God knows how many versions of this there are.
Isn't there a limited metal version?
That's what somebody in the chat was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
metal. Well, all right, let's get into the list. Starting off with number 10 spot this week, Scarlet issue #1, the John Boy Myers 1 in 100. And I was really looking forward to this when this got announced. They had the spoiler variant up, but the Cobra Commander one was so good that I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be amazing." But I gotta be honest, and you guys know how much of a GI Joe fan I am, and how much of a fan of a Storm Shadow I am. I don't like this that much. I mean, it's good, but it's not as good as that Cobra Commander one. That's for sure.
I mean, I like it because there's like actual motion on the cover.
Moving, stuff going on. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's so many covers you see now are just like very static and just, I mean, as good as you like that Frizzen. I mean, there's no motion going on. This one, it's like right in the middle of a fight.
I agree with Tetra. It looks hurried. It feels like there's just too much going on, or it looks hurried, or it's just something.
It's because you're not used to seeing GI Joes hit each other.
Yeah, maybe that's
Hey
it.
man,
You-
it's
that's-
really hard to
that's
draw.
true.
Like right in the middle of a fight, it's hard to draw people really. I mean, you got to draw it really fast, or the fight's over. I mean,
Yeah. And the whole thing about GI Joes was setting them up. That's what took so long. And that was the coolest part.
Yeah,
You know, so-
every single time.
Yeah.
And
How
then
much
as
is-
soon as you got it all set up, go to bed.
Yes. Yeah. They would stay there till the morning. How much is this one selling for?
let's see here. So this was a 1 in 100. It's selling for just barely above ratio, like 100 to 110.
Not bad.
Mm-mm.
Not bad at all.
Mm-mm.
All right. Moving on. Number 9 spot this week. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha, issue number 1, another new book. This is the Chris Burnham Retailer Incentive Gold foil cover, another 1 in 100. Very cool, like preview to the new Jason Aaron series. They Donatello, who we see on the cover, comes back from the future, kind of wondering what the hell is going on, and it's kind of like maybe a little catch-up type thing on these new characters because there was a time jump. So,
I swear, when I first saw this, I thought that was Rocket Raccoon on the cover. I was like, "What is he doing on the cover?" I actually like the 1 in 25 of this way better, but it's
Yes.
that 1 in 25 does not sell for hardly anything. This one's selling for like 120, so a little bit higher than the Scarlet is. But I would assume that there's going to be a decent amount of supply of these.
yeah. Oh, yeah. And are you guys looking forward to the Jason Aaron stuff? Or could you just kind of care
Yeah,
less?
I'm kind of interested to see what happens. I mean, because Eastman had been writing it for so long, like
No.
to get to it
Was Eastman writing it for the last?
for the 150 for the IDW run.
Was he?
I'm pretty sure he was with
Okay.
someone else.
Yeah, I thought that one girl was writing it with the whole Jenica stuff and everything.
I thought he was
forget what
still
her name was.
a part of the writing team on that.
Oh, okay.
In some
Well,
fashion.
I'm sure it's probably like George Lucas type shit where.
Where he's like an editor or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I thought this was part of the Tiny Onion Club. I was like, what do Turtles have to do with the Tiny Onion Club?
Oh, because they did all those gold versions
foil
of everything.
Yeah,
Joe was asking, is only the gold foil on this and the black is not? Does anybody have this to know?
No, I don't have it, and I would imagine so. And if that's the case, I think that would be super cool.
I mean, usually on the onion stuff, it was usually like black foil still, if that makes sense. So like it's not like it's like paper then foil.
Cool. What's the resale on this right now?
120.
120. There we go. All right, next at the number 8 spot. Oh, people are gonna love this. Bad Idea Fan Cup titles. Okay. And I'm not saying that because it's a bad idea book. Bad idea books make the hot 10 quite often. If you guys would be surprised. The fans out there of Bad Idea are rabid. But this is an interesting one. They did this thing called the Bad Idea Fan Cup. And basically what it is you guys know how they reward their fans. They did this thing where you could go get points depending on how many books you picked up and where you picked them up. And they did this thing called the Bad Idea Weekly Fan Cup. And there's different ways to win. You could like dress up. You could dress up, take a picture, and do something else on certain days. And they would send you, I think, one of 2 books, new stories. Arc Story and Powder Day are the 2 books. And then they would keep the rankings up for each week, and you could go on and see them. And these are all the people that won. This is the person who the comic source was first ranking, and they got special things based on where they ranked. So I love this. I think this is super cool. I mean, especially if you're a super fan, like this is a good idea.
So there's like 7 or 8 different titles that they sent to everybody. I only was able to figure this out by going on a Bad Idea fan page on Facebook. That's the only place I could find. Like, there was no information anywhere on these things.
I think that's cool.
Tony goes 2 fans, 1 cup.
So yeah, I mean, whether you like Bad Idea or not, I still appreciate the fact that Dinesh is trying to do different things, rather than, I mean, we literally slam Marvel every single week, and we'll probably do it on the very next book, for doing the same thing over and over and over again, and we literally just keep we just keep buying Marvel's nonsense, but somehow we get mad at Dinesh. I don't understand. At least he's doing stuff that's innovative and different, and he's trying to do different things. Whether it's complete garbage or not, that's up for you to decide. But this rewarding people to do things, I don't hate the idea. I wonder which of these. It looked like, based on the Facebook group, I was trying to look at their postings. There was a title called Mind, MINED Games. I think it was Mind Games. That seemed to be the one that was the hardest one of these to find. But
okay.
I don't really know. I don't know much about them, but there's a whole bunch of them. They're kind of selling between like $20 and $100 plus for these, and they kind of vary based on titles. But looking at that list, Brian, you only showed like 50 people on that list?
Yeah, there's not many. Let's see here. There is 61 people on the list. So it's only 61 winners.
That's not many.
No, not at all.
Now there was one guy that showed he got like 2 or 3 of each issue. Now maybe it was that comic source guy, because maybe because he was the winner.
Yeah, let's see here. What is the grand prize? Let's see what the grand prize is. Grand prize. You're officially the Bad Idea Fan of the Year. Bad Idea staff and creators will fly to you, hold a coronation crowning you at your local Bad Idea destination store. They did this last year for Fan of the Year, which was a guy here in Phoenix. You will be adorned with the Bad Idea crown, cloak, and scepter, all yours to keep. We will throw a coronation after party for you, your friends, the customers, and staff at your local Bad Idea comic store. You will be awarded a check, oversized of course, for $1,000 to spend at your local Bad Idea comic store. Your local Bad Idea comic store and their staff will also be awarded cash prizes, so that's cool. You will be included in the company masthead as Fan of the Year. We will hold a private Bad Idea comic signing just for you and your collection. You will receive a massive gold Bad Idea Weekly Fan Cup Grand Prize trophy engraved with your name and filled with swag and goodies. You will receive a complete set of all 15 Instant Win comics. There you go, Stein. And you get a Bad Idea television vinyl art toy and an exclusive hat.
Oh, the hat. Yes.
Yeah. Here's Escape from Wyoming. That was one of them, I guess. So that's interesting. Is there any more that they showed? Orc Island, which they did a preview of.
Well, what's funny is because so when you go onto eBay and you type in the Wyoming and the Orc Island, the cover is all words. It says this is not Wyoming. This is not Orc Island. And I think the entire inside of it is blank.
Yeah.
Oh, I have those.
Yeah.
You have those?
Yeah, they were from Baltimore. Yep. So it was a promotional thing where you had to take a selfie with the creators, and it was just cardboard cutouts of them, and then you shared it on Instagram, and you picked up books in the afternoon.
That's so weird.
It's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
no, it was like the greatest. They used to sell for like $200 for a set, I think, or something like that. Yeah,
Tetra
so
says, yes, the guy here in Phoenix was always sniping books in front of me at my LCS. He would be standing outside the front door at 6 a.m. waiting for the doors to open, and he won again. Wow, but he cheated. He was supposed to burn his most favorite thing he owns, and he faked it, and he won. Oh no! We're gonna have to this. Listen, this is gonna have to be a drama alert, Dinesh. We're gonna bring you and Adam on for drama alert about this one.
Oh man!
So
yeah,
I love it, man.
I'm texting
cheat for
Dinesh
win.
right. I'm texting Dinesh right now.
so that's the number 8 spot. Very cool idea, guys. Keep them coming. What are these? What were they selling for again? For them? I don't know if all of them were selling or
like 20 to 100 plus. I mean, it's just like I said. There were so many different titles.
yeah.
I couldn't figure out it, but like I said, it seemed like the Mind Games one was the one that there wasn't very few people had.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Number 7 spot this week. Ultimate Black Panther issue number 3, the Boss Logic second print, Virgin 1 in 25, which is absolutely beautiful. But man, this looks a lot. First thing I saw when I saw it was gorgeous, but then I thought Rook. Doesn't it look a lot like the Rook stuff, the Rook Exodus stuff from Ghost Machine and Jason Fabok? It looks just like one of those characters.
Wasn't this already a cover for Boss Logic?
It was the A cover. It was a trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or it was open order book.
Yeah,
with the trade?
something like that. Yeah, but it was not. Yeah, this is the second print one of the Virgin. So,
All right.
yeah. Again, we're like, hey, cool. We want to go buy second print Marvel 1 in 25s, and yet they keep doing it, and we keep buying them, or somebody keeps buying them. But
oh man, I'm doing a store variant for the next second print, but just so I can stack up on the 1 in 25s.
Hey, I'm gonna do a second print, and I'm gonna cut out the character, and so there's just gonna be a hole right where the character is. That's gonna be your second print.
Nice.
Yeah. So how much is this selling for?
The die cut cover. You're bringing back die cuts. Hell yeah.
Yep. This one is selling for 50 to 60.
That's not bad.
So, yeah.
That's not bad at all. All right. Moving on to number 6 spot this week. X-Men issue number 333. This is Uncanny X-Men. First full appearance of Bastion. This, of course, X-Men 97 spec continuing. It's going to continue for a long time. Be on the lookout for all those issues. The Onslaught stuff is going to be next. Apocalypse, all that stuff. And it's fun. I'm loving this. I'm loving seeing the X-Men spec get hot.
Yeah, but would you pay for a CGC 98 of this? Would you pay $200 for this book?
No.
Would you pay $200 for a newsstand? Maybe.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
Already graded or already
Yes.
graded at 98?
Yeah, in a 98.
No.
I know somebody paid $200 for it not being a newsstand.
Well, that is true. So I don't.
Yeah, so then you can charge 400.
No, I think 200 is over the top.
No, you buy for 200 and sell it for 400.
I'm just
it's
saying
rare.
these older books look pretty cool in the slab.
Yeah. I agree.
I mean, they do. It still scares me when you say these older books and like
It's only 20 years
96.
old.
Yeah, this was 96. So
30 years almost,
say-
bro.
I know that's it crushes me here, but like I was in college in 96. That was the year I got married. So yeah. So that really shut up, Joe.
I was 10 years old.
Shut up, Yee.
So all my
bad.
friends were like on the playground reading this book.
I always thought
Putting-
Bastion was such
Putting
a.
boogers on it and shit.
I hated Bastion when I was reading it back in the day. I hated Bastion, and that's a sign of a good character. I don't like him in X-Men '97 either, so that's a sign of a good
that's
character.
a sign of a good character that you don't like him.
Yeah, if you're reading it and you're like, "Fuck that guy! That guy sucks," that type of thing. like Training Day. Do you remember Training Day? The reason why I knew Training Day was so good, and also that Denzel Washington was an iconic actor, was that he made me forget that it was Denzel Washington, and I hated him. I wanted to see him get hurt. You know what I mean? Same with Jamie in the beginning of Game of Thrones. I hated him. I wanted to see him get hurt. Negan in Walking Dead. I hated him. I wanted to see him get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, that's good writing, or not good writing, good character.
You hated Jamie Lannister, or did you hate
At the beginning?
I mean,
of Game of Thrones. Oh yeah,
he wasn't as bad as Joffrey.
Well, I hated Joffrey
was the
too,
worst.
but I hated the Lannisters, all of them. But man, I really hated Jamie, also. So thought he was that pretty boy, and then you loved him at the end. At the end, he was my favorite character.
Or did you
So-
just hate him because he pushed that kid pushed Brian out the
Both.
window?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Ah,
I
that was
remember
he was, also I hated him because he's banging his sister, and he pushed the kid out the window. That was kind of weird, man. So,
What are
anyways,
you all watching on TV? Jeez.
yeah. Moving on to the number 5 spot this week. Star Wars Darth Maul Black, White, and Red. Number 1, the second print version 1 in 25 by David Marquez. Gorgeous cover, but it's another second print version 1 in 25.
And this one, I feel like they printed. They said, "Hey, make a really cool cover that's going to look good as a virgin because we're going to do a second print 1 in 25 of it." Like I feel like that's what this cover. Like they knew up front that they were going to do this as a second print.
Yeah.
1 in 25.
Yeah.
Hey, see this JTC negative cover? Do this, but don't copy it.
Somebody put my grandpa was born in 1996.
Oh man, shut up! I
But
know
he's
I'm
also
old.
his own grandpa too.
Do you
if you
remember?
didn't.
Do you remember what the original 1 in 25s of this were selling for? Because it wasn't this the original 1 in 25
with the cut with the
With the
the
trade.
trade dress. Yeah,
and I don't really know.
yeah. Because I remember it being on the list too. So
It might have been because it is. It is a really good looking cover, but
So on the previous second print, 1 in 25, someone said, I think it was Derek, he was saying, just wait until the incentive facsimiles. They've already started incentive facsimiles. Like where they did those alt covers for what was it? ASM 252?
yeah. They
Yeah,
sure
so
did.
we don't have to wait. They're already doing it.
Yeah. Well,
I do agree with Justin though. He says it feels like it's been done. Like you feel like you've seen this Darth Maul on a cover just like this before.
the very
Like from the old
first
Darth
time,
days.
the very first time anybody saw Darth Maul was a Star Wars Insider magazine, and it was this pose. It was just his face, just like this, the whole magazine. And so this is the iconic Darth Maul thing, just to have his face.
Oh, just the pattern of his tattoo or whatever it's called.
Yeah. So, not bad. What's it selling for one last time?
$75.
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, Blue Green is saying this is a complete copy of the Phantom Menace original novel slipcase cover.
See, another one. Told you. So, all right, moving on. Number 4 this week, Cult of the Lamb, issue number 1. This is the Blood Red Sketch 1 in 100 variant from Stan and Julie Sakai. And this isn't even as cool as the regular Stan and I don't understand why people would rather have this. I mean, other than it's a 1 in 100, 1 in 100 on it. It's
a blood sketch. It's
Sakari Young.
It's made with her blood.
This is the regular 1 in 50. This is the 1 in 50, which is the regular version of this. Look how much better it looks.
And that's way more blood too.
Yeah. So,
Super confused of what this book is even about.
you don't know what this is? Okay, I'm
No,
glad I
it's
looked
the
it
cats
up.
making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Sweet.
This is the
Carl.
refined. This is the Japanese version anime.
Nice, Carl.
Cult of the Lamb is a video game, and big
Oh,
video
okay.
game. Yeah. So here you go, Cult of the Lamb.
I must have missed on that one.
Yeah, this is. There you go. Let's see what you do. So I don't play
Destroy
it.
the non-believers.
Yeah, it's really dark. It looks really cute, like feral, like stray dogs, but then it's just super dark. Which
So it's like super gory and stuff like that.
yeah, and it's little animals, little what do they call these? Shibis or something like it? Chibis. So it's right up Julie Sakai's alley. You know what I mean? She does those
her art
chibis.
Style.
Yeah, it's perfect for her art style. Very, very cool. The other covers are pretty cool with it too. Let me go ahead and show you those. That's Troy Little. This is Tony Fleece. Shout out Tony. Junie Baugh. That's a sketch. Obviously, this is a 1 in 10 that I love. Abigail Starling. And then 1 in 20.
I saw it was on PlayStation. I kind of want to try the game now.
Yeah, 1 in 50, 1 in 100, and there's the number 1 regular. So pretty cool. But at number 4 this week is the Blood Red Sketch 1 in 100. So what's it selling for?
150 plus.
Wow. Damn. More Stan Sakai on the Hot 10 list. Whether it's just a little bit of Stan Sakai and mostly his daughter art, but we stay the Stan Sakai, the name, on the Hot 10 list again. I feel like it's been multiple times in the last couple months now.
So is it more Stan's blood or Julie's blood?
Who knows? We'll have to find out. We'll have to ask. So, all right, moving on.
Yeah.
To the number 3 spot this week. This is going to be the fun conversation. All Select Comics, the 70th anniversary special issue, not the OG All Select Comics. And the reason why this is selling is because it's a modern Blonde Phantom issue. All the OG Blonde Phantom stuff is way too expensive. But for those of you guys that don't know, there's rumors going around that Taylor Swift is going to play the Blonde Phantom, who was a 1940s timely character. And she was in 7 titles at once during her peak in the 40s. And wouldn't that piss a lot of people off?
I thought the rumor was Sydney Sweeney.
Is that what it is? Is that what they're saying? Because this
I've
whole
heard
there's a
I've heard
CB
both.
there's a
I've heard
CB
both.
Yeah. Scarlett Johansson's producing it, right?
I don't know. I didn't read much of it other than this right here. So Sydney Sweeney would be good too. I would rather it be Sydney Sweeney than Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift should be Dazzler. End story. Like, what's going on?
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
So
either way, it's very strange.
So it's going to be neither one of those. It's going to be someone completely different.
The other book that's getting really hot because of this is this Avengers 1959 series. Did you see that, Stein?
I did. It wasn't like this one went from like literally nothing to $30.
Wow.
Yeah, we showed that one.
Yeah, and the 1 in 15 is like 100, so for like 140.
Yeah, I like the 1 in 15 better too. So
yeah, I feel like she's drawn okay on that cover, but like the rest of like whatever that Captain America is, that whoever that is up at the top looks like it looks terrible.
Marvex.
Like,
That's Steve Rogers going back in time when he's returning the stones, bro.
Yeah. It says Marvex.
He has a fling with this before he goes and finds Peggy.
I mean,
it's
it's not the dumbest idea to do, right? Marvex, whoever that is. He looks terrible.
Yeah, here's the one in
Marvex.
10. That's awesome. I mean, I could see this book just getting nuclear, right?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I've seen this book before.
Yeah. This is perfect for Sydney Sweeney. Hopefully it's her and not Taylor Swift, because that would piss off a ton of people.
Oh,
A ton of people.
I did hear the Black Cat rumor as well too for Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. A $6 book to a $30 book overnight. And how much were they selling? Was the variant going for, Stein?
140.
Oh, damn.
I'm assuming that they're gonna be a bunch listed like fairly quickly, but I don't know.
Wow. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Well, there it is. You can't beat that. So, all right. The number 2 spot this week, Venom the Hunted, issue number 1, first Xenophage in this. And this is all because of the new Venom series or Venom movie trailer that came out, where it showed that crazy alien coming from his planet. He first shows up in this one named Xenophage. So for those of you guys that don't know, this is the character.
Before the trailer came out, did you guys even know that there was going to be a Venom 3?
No. Had no clue. Isn't that sad?
I was like,
man?
oh, wow, there's a Venom 3. I still haven't seen Venom 2, but I guess there's a third one.
I'm in the same boat. I haven't seen 2.
Here's the thing, though. I got to be honest. If they're going the route of Venom's planet and how they're searching for him, that's super cool, because that was one of the best storylines in comics and Guardians of the Galaxy, when they went back to his planet. Has that the second part of that storyline has that beautiful Rocket Raccoon cover. Clintar, yeah. That is a great storyline. I love that storyline, man. So if that plays out, where their planet, they have to go to their planet and all that stuff, and he goes into space, I'm all for it. I think that's a cool way to push it, but we'll see. And I think Tom Hardy looked great in that. He looked really cool. I hope they don't ruin it.
My only opinion about this is, ew, who wants this vintage book?
It's a terrible cover, right?
I like this cover, dude.
It's a decent cover. I was just making a joke because, like we were saying, 90 books.
Yeah, I'm just ignoring all that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to count the number of teeth that Venom
Yes.
has here,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking it's 100 plus.
Oh yeah, and the green slime. You gotta love the green slime.
The number is the count of teeth.
Oh, is that what it is? 1102. Nice.
See, because in the first
interesting.
one there's less. It's 124, and then
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They could be going the null route too, which is interesting if they go back to his planet and all that stuff.
Huh.
We'll see.
Well, CGC's 9/8 of these were only like $80, and now they're up to 200.
Wow.
So this is a very common book. You can still find it for probably in
Dollar bins.
dollar bins, or at least $5 raw. I mean,
Yeah.
but
90s book that they printed a ton of when Venom wasn't at his height, but pretty damn close. So yeah, that's interesting. Well, you guys, like I said, very interesting almost 10 list and hot 10 list tonight, but we have a special number 1 spot this week. It is the anniversary of the invasion of Normandy and D-Day, and at the number 1 spot this week, a special D-Day invasion comic book from Combat, issue number 11, a retelling of the invasion of Normandy during World War II, is our number 1 book for June 7th, 2024. Very, very cool, Stein.
Yeah. So this wasn't like selling for like huge dollars or anything like that, but last week I talked, kind of talked to everybody, and it was a sad week for everybody, to start with. And this was another, I was sitting there listening to a radio show today, and they were just basically talking like, this is probably the last anniversary. One of the veterans that was there was going there and died on the plane.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, like it's crazy. They said like obviously the youngest people that were veterans of that are in their late 90s now. So there's so this is probably going to be the last like anniversary for any of these guys. Yeah, so I just, it's just one of those things that I know we try to honor our vets. America does a horrible job of taking care of our vets, like a horrible job. But I think it's just one thing that we can always just at least take a moment and just say thank you to all the veterans out there. Especially, these people basically they went into these, into this thing pretty much knowing that they were going to die. I can't not imagine, being like, yep, we're going to go do this. I'm going to be dead. I can't even imagine what is running through your mind with that. So to anybody out there that is a veteran or, family member was killed in combat, we do salute you guys.
Amen.
Well said.
Yeah. Great list this week, Stein. Excellent show tonight, gentlemen. I want to say thank you to everybody that also gave to the TiVo GoFundMe to help that out too. Shout out to JB, Laura, and Justin, and everybody that helped put on the remembrance for TiVo on the Lords of Longbox last Sunday night. It was very, very cool to watch. And this is how we do it over here. Give you guys great content and try to be respectful of everybody out there that, is worthy of that respect. And veterans are always worthy of that respect. So very, very cool stuff. Stein, you got anything interesting coming up over the next week or so?
I will be on vacation this week. But I've got 3 orders at CGC. As soon as they come back, we will be doing Stein Pack number 9.
Ooh, nice.
So we might have to have
you guys already have a box. So
we might have to have a special addendum to Stein Pack number 9 and throw in the McClay extras, because I'm putting together some packs with all my graded stuff. So for all you guys out there that hung out with me last night in my first return sale to Whatnot in many, many moons, thank you. It was a success. I'll be having another sale Sunday night. Be working on getting all those comics out or packaged up tonight and tomorrow to get out first thing in the morning Monday for everybody on the Friday sale, and then more great stuff on the Sunday sale. So make sure you guys give us a follow. I'll be doing 3 of those at least a week. Yee, what do you got coming up? You got any shows, doing any touring?
Our next show isn't until July 17th. So I don't think we have anything planned until then, except for like just practicing, cleaning up some stuff. And then actually we're trying to add 2 more songs to our set list. So that's pretty exciting.
Nice.
And then to write more, of course. So, but yeah,
awesome.
Other than that, I need to focus on selling.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I got like the stack of PSA slabs or card slabs I need to sell. So
Not bad. We're
Yeah.
gonna be doing a YouTube claim sale too, so we'll start doing that hopefully on Sundays. Also, if any of the guys that are on the channel want to get in on that, we can do that too. Cards, comics, toys, whatever. So much love, you guys. We're gonna do a quick wrap up. It's gonna be a new thing. That way we can start clipping it for people that don't want to sit through the whole thing. So shout out to everybody that leaves great comments on the channel. We always love the constructive criticism, and we try to change things up whenever that happens because of it. So even the non-constructive criticism, we try to make our show better because of it. So very, very cool stuff. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for everybody that hangs out with us live. Hit that live button. And yeah, let's get this going. We'll see you guys in a second. All right, starting off with our honorable mentions this week for June 7th, 2024. We have our Golden Age honorable mention, Startling Comics number 48. A recent CGC 8.5 sale of $2,300 on this one. Stein loved the lovely looking aliens on this one. Shout out to Stein's heart. Next, our regular honorable mention, Vampirella Dark Reflections, issue number 1, the Frizzen Virgin Foil 1 in 20 variant. A new book this week from Dynamite. Gorgeous Frizzen cover. Selling for about $25 raw on the secondary market. My favorite Frizzen cover in a long time. All right, at the number 10 spot, Scarlet, issue number 1, the John Boy Myers 1 in 100 from Image. Another new book came out this week. A lot of people were looking forward to this specific cover. Does it hit? Yes, no? Let us know in the comments. This one is selling for $100 to $110 raw. At the number 9 spot, another new book, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha, issue number 1, the Chris Burnham Retailer Incentive Gold Foil variant cover, and 1 in 100. Sold this week from IDW, is at the number 9 spot. This was selling for $120 on the secondary market. A storyline a lot of people are looking forward to, a kind of in-betweener from the new Jason Aaron series coming out soon. Next, at number 8, we have the Bad Idea Fan Cup books. There's multiple titles in this. It was a cool contest for the Bad Idea rabid fan base. You can find more information about that at Bad Idea's website. But multiple titles in this, and they were selling for $20 to $100 a piece. At number 7, the Ultimate Black Panther issue number 3, Boss Logic, second print, Virgin 1 in 25. A book that came out this week also. Great Boss Logic cover, this time without the trade dress. This one is selling for $50 to $60 on the secondary. Number 6, X-Men number 333, Uncanny X-Men 333. First full Bastion appearance in this one. This is from 1996. This is X-Men 97 spec that will continue on all the Hot 10 lists for the next year or two, hopefully. This one's selling for $200 plus in CGC 9.8. At number 5, the Darth Maul Black, White, and Red, issue number 1, second print, Virgin 1 in 25. Another new book this week, and just missing the trade dress. This one is selling for $75 on the secondary market. At number 4, Cult of the Lamb, issue number 1, the Stan and Julie Sakai Blood Red sketch variant. Another new book. 1 in 100 on this one. I really like the 1 in 50 better, but very cool to see Julie Sakai in her chibi style on this video game title. Much beloved video game that they're turning into a comic. Check out the Tony Fleece variant on this one also. This one is selling for a ton on the secondary market, 150 plus raw. At number 3, All Select Comics 70th Anniversary Special, issue number 1, the Modern Blonde Phantom story. This has a variant on it also that's selling for a ton of money. But this one is selling for $10 to $30 raw. Was a $6 book if you were lucky. Again, that 1 in 15 variant for this book is selling for 140 plus. a character that had a ton of Golden Age titles. At her height in the 40s, she was on 7 titles a month. So those ones are just way too expensive. But multiple rumors out there that Sylvia Sidney or Taylor Swift could be playing this role. At number 2, Venom the Hunted, issue number 1. This is due to the new Venom trailer that got released. As you can see, first Xenophage in this one. That's that crazy character that was coming from Clintar, the symbiote planet. This one is a 1996 Marvel title that is selling for $200 and 9.8 CGC 9.8. Was an $80 CGC 9.8 and really shot up. Ton of these titles out there. And a special number 1 spot this week on the 80th anniversary of the invasion of Normandy. We have Combat, issue number 11, a retelling of the Normandy invasion of World War II from Dell Publishing in 1964. This is a classic, and much respect and love to any vets that are out there. Of course, we are losing World War II vets too fast, and it's tough when you need the greatest generation more than ever. Thanks for everybody. This is the Hot 10 list for June 7th, 2024. We'll see you next time.